bring out your dead. Welcome to the Independence Review 2018. This is the last performance of it, and it has been fantastic. Anybody who's witnessed it, everybody who's performed in it would tell you the same thing. It's been really good. I'm going to read you a couple of things before I introduce you to the opening act, who is Manchester's very own Tamsin, who we all know is fucking great. And the quality doesn't let up, I promise you. This is called Legalize Drugs. Legalize drugs. Prohibition doesn't work. No good comes from criminalisation. Legalize drugs because people get hurt by these laws. Repeal the legislation. Legalize drugs in the marketplace. Don't stop short of relaxation. End the stigma and disgrace. Cut the criminal out of the equation. Legalize, legalize, legalize drugs. Legalize, legalize, legalize drugs. Legalize, legalize, legalize drugs. The taking of a pill should not be criminal. You have the right to choose to use or not to use. Legalize drugs to help society put the tax into public service. Legalize drugs, control the quality. Common sense makes politicians nervous. Legalize drugs, issue information. Cut the dealer out of the deal. Legalize drugs all across the nation instead of pinning butterflies onto a wheel. Legalize, legalize, legalize drugs. Legalize, legalize, legalize drugs. Legalize, legalize, legalize drugs. You have the right to choose to use or not to use. The war on drugs is populist politics, but in one of those quirks, the war on drugs does more harm than good. The war on drugs does not work. I'll get this one off my chest while we're at it. This is called Never Trust the Police. Never, ever trust the police as an institution. Line them up against the wall come the revolution. The police are a weapon, an implement of suppression. On a pedestal they're placed, but by their actions they're disgraced. Never, ever trust the police. Treat them with suspicion. They're not here to bring about peace. They encourage division. They answer to paymasters, not the rule of law. They are the rich man's army to be used against the poor. They hide their numbers and into battle, truncheons out, sabres rattled, to Greenham Common from Peterloo. Their enemy has been me and you. They lie and suppress evidence. They enjoy the violence. They protect the powers that be in this phony democracy. They've covered up sex abuse. Crack down if you dare to tell the truth. They covered up racist murder. They decide what we deserve. Abuse power and position. They're gonna forge your admission. Fit you up for a crime. Smash you. Make you do time. Never, ever trust the police. Who becomes a policeman? They are bullies and sociopaths, mixed up, yes, with some decent. And who controls the police? Do they answer to us all? No, they're run by liars and thieves who congregate in Whitehall. Never, ever trust the police. They decide what's best on a need-to-know basis in the public interest. And they protect their pensions. Look out for their own. Here come the boys in blue, and we're in the danger zone. Tansy.
One thing, and then you've got to get a world premiere because Kin and I are going to collaborate on something spontaneously. I hasten to add. So if it all goes wrong, it's her fault. Dad is God. God is Dad. God's got odd. Dad's gone mad. Hold my hand. I understand. I see the truth at last. You must survive, must stay alive, although my time is nearly past. So child, pretend it is the end. Lie down and play dead. Live another day. Crawl away from the brigade in red. Another white night, another fright night, another loyalty test. This time for real. This time you'll feel the cold hand of death. Let us die in peace in ancient Greece. A potion eased the way. Revolutionary suicide, how we tried. We die without dismay. Dad is God. God is Dad. Dad is odd. God is mad. Time in the box. Hung in the well. Or taken to see the tiger. Clean the latrines. Don't ever tell. Traitors undermine us. Dad's reading the news over the tannoy. And though his words are slurred, we understand he's saying we've been betrayed. We must leave this world. Vax marks C for cyanide, brought from the pavilion. In cups for adults, syringes for the well-drilled children. Die with a degree of dignity. Communists die with dignity. Calm down, children, it's rest you need. Dad is God. God is Dad. Dad is odd and God is mad. Dad is God. God is Dad. God's got odd. Dad's gone mad. The concerned relatives were right. This is not just another white night. The concerned relatives were right. This is not just another white night. Dad is odd. God is mad. Dad is odd. God is mad. Are you ready to rock? Not. Do you want to start? Yeah. The Wilsons were my childhood friends. We schooled and played till the day's end. Rough and tumble, tears and laughs. Sarsaparilla, swimming baths. The eldest Lynn, first unravelled. Marriage breakdown and a battle with the bottle and homelessness. Mental health, constant stress. Something was wrong with the Wilsons. Something was wrong with the Wilsons. Peering through the windows of the shed, struggling with limbs of lead. No surprise when her heart stopped. Worn out, she just simply dropped. Her two sons tried to carry on. They grew up but did not grow strong. With demons, they couldn't cope, and each one dangled from a rope. Something wrong with the Wilsons. Something's terribly wrong. Something is wrong with the Wilsons. Something is terribly wrong. My old friend John, withdrawn and gaunt, solitary he would walk, shunning anyone he'd meet. He'd forgotten how to speak. Ragged clothes with old shoes, his liver went. killed by booze. Something was wrong with the Wilsons. Something was terribly wrong. Something was wrong with the Wilsons. In the margins, they thought, that's where we belong. Twin Gillian had flown away. She sparkled bright, but then she turned grey. Withered when she returned, and she too withdrew from the world. A sad old spinster in decay, hiding from the sun's ray, inseparable from her mother. You could hardly tell one from the other. And then Eva died, and all alone, Gillian took a life, her own. The last caged bird had finally flown. An empty house was all she left, the secret safeguarded by death. Something was wrong with the Wilsons. Something was terribly wrong. Could they have been helped? Is anything learned? They retreated and all their friends were spurned. Boys and girls who have been my friends faced such sad and bitter ends, and I had no inkling, I had no clue. And if I had, what could I do? When danger behind the front door hides, all I know is that the Wilsons died. Was there something wrong with the Wilsons? Some evil that lurked that they feared? Yeah, something was wrong with the Wilsons, and the Wilsons have all disappeared. Okay. Oh. Hello. Next on are Mankeys. And I knew nothing about them at all before Thursday, and they've been an absolute revelation. They are a wonderful band who really should be playing at Manchester Cathedral or a venue that size and that prestigious. So we're very privileged to see them in a space like this. They've got their new CD available over there, so when you've loved them, please go and buy something from them, and that way they might come back to England sooner rather than later. I'm going to read you one thing before I pass you on to the band. They see it and exploit it. Vulnerability. The weakness inherent in human psychology. They built a society where people want to fit, feel a part of some universal abusive relationship. In a social validation feedback loop, everywhere you look, people jump through hoops. You would not believe how low they stoop in a social validation feedback loop. Manipulation, finger pointing, but who will disagree? They'll only get smashed upon the rocks by a wave of negativity. They maneuver until you are placed in a position where you can be eliminated for voicing opposition. They chastise not angrily, but wear a smiling face. Banishment as punishment unless you know your place. In a social validation feedback loop, everywhere you look, people jump through hoops. They've learned to like the taste of poop. In a social validation feedback loop, everywhere you look, people jump through hoops. You could not believe how low they stoop in a social validation feedback loop. Mankeys. My instinct, I'm led by. I'm weary, but go. Reflecting on life, my thoughts flow. Remembering what I've never known. Leading the herd, I travel alone.
to the elephant's graveyard, the sacred place. And the peace that comes I accept with grace at the elephant's graveyard. Heavy-legged I journey for the last time. My destination I visualize. My ancestors waiting in the role of hosts. They'll lead me gently to a land of ghosts in the elephant's graveyard. In my mind's eye, tranquility. I'm ready to die in the elephant's graveyard. Tired, I'll lay down, closing my eyes, picturing my last sunrise. Ready now. I am prepared. I have no fear, I'm not frightened or scared of the elephant's graveyard. My last resting place, where I become dust floating through space from the elephant's graveyard. The elephants are dancing, they hold their heads high. The elephants dancing, clouds the sky. The elephants dancing, they hold their heads high. The elephants dancing, clouds in the sky. I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. Give me the secret sign. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and we'll bury the we'll bury the bodies on the moors. Freemasons, Freemasons, secrecy they seek to hide their evil intent. Messages are bleak. Boring men from the Gulf range, acting out rituals strange, devil worship and a noose, a symbol that they won't get loose. A new world order they want to create, controlled by a secret handshake, a nod, a wink and a sign. They cover up each other's crimes. A secret society, 21st century, what do they hide? They seek control, that is their goal, and they are worldwide. If you're not in, you're out, and have no doubt, they plot in the lodge. This band of brothers, more equal than others, believe that they are gods. I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, give me the secret sign. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. We have friends on the force. Freemasons, Freemasons, the secrecy they seek. They hide their evil intent in messages oblique. Rising through the ranks, promotion is assured. Destined for success, a place on the board. A meteoric rise into government. Powerful allies provide encouragement. They're all tiny seeds worshipping the sun that grow and grow and grow and grow, and look what they've become. They are chiefs of police. They are heads of state. From the Freemasons there is no escape. Peter Sutcliffe, Freemason. Fred West, Freemason. Gary Glitter, Jimmy Savile, Freemason. Harold Shipman, Freemason. Rolf Harris, Freemason. Thomas Hamilton, Andrew Breivik, Mike Lee, Freemasons, Freemasons, Freemasons. Yeah. JD Media, that's rock and roll.